It's time for this week's First Utah Business Spotlight.
All right, well, we're back again. This is Mark Hunter, and today we're interviewing Anna Barbieri with the company called White Elegance. So thanks for being with us, Anna. Could you maybe just tell us a little bit about what your company does, for starters?
You bet. White Elegance was established about 23 years ago by my sister and myself, Tamara Perkins, my sister. I was going to the temple, the LDS temple, and in the temple they request that people wear white, all white.
Sure.
And there just really wasn't a large option for women in sizing and style. And I said to my sister, we really ought to make some attractive clothing in variety of sizes, variety of styles, and sell them on the open market. And she, 4 years later, said, let's do it. So we jumped in the business. Most people said we were absolutely crazy.
Well, sounds like a great niche to me.
It was a great niche, and most people saw it as too small of a niche. But we went after it, and we've had really good success. We're here 23 years later. There's 4 stores. We do everything from designing to manufacturing, production, and wholesale and retail, and then we also have a website.
Okay, so you've got your own designers in-house then?
We do. I have 1 full-time designer and 2 part-time. So we do all of it in-house. You can't go out and find a line of clothing that meets the requirements of the temple. So we really had to create our own.
So are all of your products then produced in the U.S.? Tell me about that, because there's a lot of clothing manufacturers that are outsourcing.
There sure are a lot of people outsourcing, and it really started about 10, 15 years ago. Unfortunately, it's really hard to produce clothing in the United States anymore. And in fact, there isn't really a fabric company that produces fabric in the United States. You have to go abroad for that. But we have kept everything we possibly can here in the United States because we can control quality and timing as well. But we also like to support our workers here in the United States. And there are a lot of good manufacturing companies that have good seamstresses, good sewers that put out a really good product. So we have done everything we can to stay here in the United States. There are some things like shoes and sweaters that we have to go overseas for. But in fact, it's interesting. There isn't a women's blouse company left in the United States as far as major manufacturing of women's blouses.
That's too bad. Well, so tell me about you'd mentioned bricks and mortar stores that you have. So tell me about maybe your distribution channel and how you, and you also mentioned a website.
We did. We had originally started out, Mark, by selling in homes. And we had women that jumped on board and became representatives for White Elegance. And they were around the country. And they just bought wholesale from us, and they would set up parties in women's home and go out and sell the product, and what they had on hand they'd sell, and what they didn't we would ship to them, and it worked out really beautifully. The internet came along. We were, I think, one of the first in the industry as far as tiny little niche boutiques that had a website, and it was because of 2 BYU students who heard about us. And they said, let us sell your clothing. And I said, oh, nobody's going to buy clothing on a website. And they said, come on, let's try it. And so we started a website, and it's done extremely well. We reach all over the United States. And then we set up our 4 stores.
And the 4 stores are located?
Murray, Orem, South Jordan, and Centerville, Utah.
Okay, so all here in Utah then. All right, well, that sounds great. So tell me, are there positives and negatives to the different ways you distribute your product? Is there one that's more profitable than the other? Or tell me a little bit about that.
I think they all have their place. Outside of Utah, in small communities, women like to try on the clothing. They like to feel, they like the touch. They may not be familiar with purchasing online. They may not trust the online purchase. So those representatives that are in the smaller areas or that have a niche and a good relationship with the LDS population where they are, they do very well selling out of their homes.
You still have those, how you originally started?
We do. We have a few of those that just love selling out of their home.
Right.
And then we have also the website that does extremely well for those people, especially the younger generation. They have no problem buying things online. The key is to give the information, give as much good information to the customer as possible as far as sizing, styling, what works, what doesn't work for different body shapes, shipping, shipping, and that's always a challenge. The shipping rates continue to go up and up and up. The cost of everything continues to go up, and yet people's expectations on the website is that your prices should be going down, down, down.
Yeah.
But that's a win-lose that's a win-win for everyone if you can manage that.
Right. Well, and I was going to ask you, as a small business owner here in Utah, what are the benefits? What do you enjoy doing as a small business owner, and maybe what are some struggles that you deal with? You'd mentioned the cost of distribution, or of shipping rather. So give us some feedback on that, as far as what you love about it and what's not so great.
I think I want to start with what we love about it. We love producing a product that people want and that they need. And it was really fun originally to start this, because everyone, when we said, we were thinking of making LDS temple clothing, and nearly every woman said, well, will you call me when you have it? I mean, that's pretty exciting to fill a need like
sure.
that. And it continues day to day, and we still get information from and ideas and creative things from our customer base. So that's exciting, and it's fun, and it keeps you excited to continue going and creating. I think our customer service is the thing we love to do most. We're kind of a laid-back company here, as far as we want to meet the customer's needs. And so we will do whatever we can to meet their needs, to make those customers happy with the product. And I think that's been key for a niche product, is that customer service. Some of the more difficult things, obviously, is the economy right now. It's tough. People are looking for a good deal. They want value, so we have to make sure we have a very high-quality product for a very good price, and a product that will last a long period of time, so that they can reuse that. I think that continues to be a struggle. I think competing with overseas companies that can do things on a dime might be a struggle, but we see that business coming back to the United States. We see some manufacturing coming back here.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So with the overseas, with your product being such a niche product, is that really an issue for you, or do you have a whole lot of competition? Or?
We don't have a lot of competition, no, we really don't. If women see a white blouse or a white sweater or a white skirt in a department store, they can always purchase that and wear it to the temple. But for the most part, it's just so easy knowing I can go to White Elegance and I can get what I want. It's going to be appropriate, it's going to be great value, and it's going to be a high quality product I look good in, and it's going to be my size. And that's the other thing. A lot of these I would suggest this for anybody going into business. Most businesses try to get that bell curve and get all that business right in the middle. There's a lot of people that fall on the sides, and those people falling on the sides they're very tiny for us, and they're very large. And so we can always meet those needs on that end too. The very tall and the very petite, we cover that area as well.
Okay. All right. Well, then tell us how people can find you.
They can find us by going to whiteelegance.com on the website, and that will list our stores, as well as you can purchase online, and you can also call us at 1-800-628-4742. We'll pick up that phone call and we'll walk you through an order. We have a lot of customers that are in their 70s, 80s, sometimes 90s, and they're a little hesitant.
But to have that shipped right to them, I guess.
Shipped right
nice
to them. We
service.
ship. It is a nice service, and people think, well, if I order, then I have to wait 4 weeks. No, everything's produced, and it's ready on the shelves to go out.
And what happens if it's not just right for them, as far as the size?
Oh, we just have you put it right back in the box. There's a label in the package that comes to you. You put it on the box. Post office picks it up, and it ships it back to us, and you tell us what you want done. Exchange, return, whatever meets your needs.
Awesome. Sounds easy. All right. Well, thank you, Anna. Anna again with White Elegance, and appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you, Mark.
All right.
Thank you.